Hello, and welcome to Moments in History. I'm Linda Shenton-Matchett, author, speaker, and history geek. While researching my stories, I unearthed tons of intriguing historical information that does not end up in my books. So I've created this channel so I can share those tidbits with you. I appreciate you stopping by to watch. As someone who was raised in urban and suburban environments, my first trip out west was eye-opening. We visited South Dakota, and I was amazed at the vast expanses of land. Fields of sunflowers, wheat, corn, and other crops stretch for miles, not just acres. Settlers in the 1800s appreciated the importance. So when the land rushes, such as the one in 1893 Oklahoma occurred, thousands of people showed up to participate. Unfortunately, the settlers' gain was the Native Americans' loss. But I'm getting ahead of myself. In 1828, Congress designated the area that would become Oklahoma as Indian Territory. White settlers were required to leave, and tribes from the east and south were forced to relocate there. Chief among these were the Cherokee, Choctaw, Chippewa, Creek, and Seminole, known as the Five Civilized Tribes. Because these tribes had sided with the Confederacy during the Civil War, the tribes were considered defeated enemies by the U.S. government. This attitude, combined with pressure from the general public to open up the Indian Territory to white settlers again, prompted the first land rush in 1885. A second occurred in 1889. A section added to the annual Indian Appropriation Bill in 1889 authorized the president to open lands to settlement through issuance of a proclamation. The rider allowed settlement under the provision of the Homestead Act of 1862, but interestingly denied original settlers their squatters' rights. For the fourth and largest rush that occurred in 1893, President Harrison initially chose a 1.9 million acre section of the territory that had not been assigned to a specific tribe. However, later openings did take land that belonged to tribes. The announcement was made that anyone could join the race for land, but no one was supposed to enter the territory beforehand. In preparation, the government deployed the army to ensure that that didn't happen and cleared thousands of folks, called Sooners, who had tried to slip past. By 7 weeks before the event, land-hungry Americans had gathered around the borders. Called Boomers, by the appointed day of September 16, 1893, over 50,000 hopefuls were living in tent cities on all four sides of the territory. At 10 minutes to 12, soldiers called for everyone to form a line. And when the hands of the clock reached noon, the cannons boomed and the settlers were signaled to start. Carried by horses, wagons, bicycles, or on foot, thousands raced to claim plots of land. The same process was followed around the territory. By nightfall, people had staked claims on town lots or quarter-section farm plots. Towns like Norman, Oklahoma City, and Guthrie seemed to pop up overnight. Some of the Sooners did make it into the territory before the legal date, and cases involving them overloaded the courts for years after the rush. For subsequent runs, the government adopted a lottery system to designate claims. By 1905, white Americans owned most of the land in Indian Territory, and 2 years later the area entered the Union as part of the new state of Oklahoma. A fifth run happened in May of 1895, followed by a lottery in August of 1901 and an auction in December of 1906. Edna Ferber's novel Cimarron was about the Oklahoma land rush and was made into a movie in 1931, starring Richard Dix, Irene Dunne, and Estelle Taylor. It won Academy Awards for Best Art Direction, Best Picture, and Best Writing and Adaptation. A second movie, starring Glenn Ford, Mariah Schell, and Ann Baxter, came out in 1960. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman starred in a 1992 film called Far and Away about a young Irish couple hoping to participate in the Oklahoma run. I hope you've enjoyed today's moment in history. If you want to learn even more history, please stop by my blog, found on my website at www.lindashentonmatchett.com. And please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking on the bell icon to receive notifications of episodes that are generally uploaded on the second and fourth Friday of each month. You now have the opportunity to partner with me in my author journey through Patreon and receive exclusive benefits not available anywhere else. Depending on the level of support you choose, you'll get to read along as I write, obtain advanced copies of ebooks or signed paperbacks, and attend live monthly chats. You might even get to name a character. Head on over to my page found at patreon.com/LindaShentonMatchett for more information. Again, that's patreon.com/LindaShentonMatchett for more information. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.